We've done several of these. It's one of those things where it really only appeals to people after something terrible like that happens. We try to open up the doors to let them in and say, look, you don't have to be a crazy, ridiculously talented fighter. You don't have to be big and strong. We get more people to talk about it, more people involved, then maybe we kind of change some things. We essentially have 4 basic steps to the plan. Get the heck out if you can get out. Arm yourself if you can arm yourself. If you can get to a safe place and keep somebody out, really keep somebody out, and don't be afraid to fight. We're not going to practice running. We're not going to practice barricading today. We are going to practice a little bit of arming later, but the majority of today is going to be this. There are situations that are just absolutely astronomically bad. So then when we get into that and we understand that realism, it's about shrinking how bad that outcome is. When you get to that stage, which is what we're discussing with these scenarios, you have either clearly get to safety or absolutely end this person. That's just the way it is. So we teach gross motor. It's something that under that type of stress, it's a very high amount of stress, the fine motor control is gone. I go down, I get low, I get his knees, we're falling. Okay, where is the only dangerous part of the weapon? That hole that's facing that direction. A lot of people watch way too many movies, and these are just very, very scary and dangerous. But you have to understand that these things literally are machines. They're very deadly machines, but they're machines. If you understand how they function, you can start to see the chinks in the armor, and that's what we're looking for. You're always looking for the opportunity to get in there. Sometimes it's not the greatest opportunity, but those opportunities show themselves all the time. If something jams and goes wrong, if I have to do a mag change for that moment in time, I've got an opening. We're trying to change their plan, disrupt their plan in some form or fashion. If we can immobilize them, that's 10 times better. We try to break things and shut the computer down, which is what we call the brain. So I'm gonna climb up on top. I'm hitting vulnerable that breaks and stops and immobilizes and takes his will or his spirit or his just physical ability. We kind of use this phrase where we need one person to start the spark, and then hopefully that pulls 2 people in, and if now we're at 3 people, maybe that pulls 6 people in, and that 6 people turns into 12. The more we can turn the tables on them and minimize that body count, we start taking away from the fear of it. We start taking away the credibility of it. For 2 people to hold 100 people at bay is sheer fear. Sheer fear and not understanding. Even if with every single round that came out of my rifle, 100 versus 2, I should still lose on the other end of that. If the spark goes, the fire goes, and everybody starts to get involved. On the floor! If every single person that attempted an active shooter scenario gets mauled down and either beat to death or detained, people are going to start trying to figure out other ways to get around it. You have to have the mindset. And the mindset is, if something were to go down, what are my choices? If I can run, awesome. But if I can't run, I have one of 2 options. Hope to God that nothing happens, or actually do something about it. You might as well do something about it.